I belong to Sri Ramchandra Mission. I was given the responsibility of carrying out this ancient tradition as a fourth successor in the lineage of masters, established sometime in 1945, legally established in 1945, but the system was going on and on from 1880 onward. The basic fundamental principle of this is to awaken the consciousness of each individual through pranahuti. I'll have to explain to you a bit in a different way by giving you example. How do we nourish our body? We all know good nutrition, balanced diet, regularity with our food habits. How do we nourish our mind? Sthul Sharir, Suksham Sharir. Suksham Sharir, how are we going to nourish? We contemplate, we discuss, we learn from elders, so many things. There are many sources of enriching our mind, our subtle Suksham body. How can we nourish our spiritual body, the Atman, the Karan Sarir? That's what this great Sri Ramchandra mission provides through its lineage. Each guru is able to transmit this pranahuti, pranasya pranaha, the soul of the soul. And it is not a matter of mere belief. Do you think Lord Krishna was able to recite slokas with all those chapters at the very crucial moment of Mahabharata? Was it possible? It's a good question we can ask ourselves. It takes so much of time even reading it, let alone be discussed back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between the two at the very crucial moment. How many hours it would have taken? Lord Krishna had hardly recited 7 or 8 slokas trying to explain him the importance of why he must go out and fight. But rest of the slokas were transmitted. It is not that they were not there. They were very much there. But they were transmitted through this vehicle of pranahuti. It can be experienced. When someone says, "Do you believe in God?" all of us would, without hesitation, say, "Yes, I do believe in God." If somebody by chance says, "I don't believe in God," people will look at that person with so much of skeptical eyes. But I consider that person who says, "I don't believe in God," he's quite honest. People who believe in God, if you ask them further, even the greatest believer of God, why do you believe in God? What is the basis of your belief? Then they say, "Oh, I believe because my parents taught me so, my Shastra speaks so, my religion speaks like that, my culture is like that." But what about you? What is the basis? So, belief may be good, but belief can become very strong, where you can never have a doubt about your belief, never ever, once you experience. And that's what Sri Ramchandra Mission stands here to offer, a real, authentic experience of going within and touch your heart all over the globe. May there be peace. May there be happiness. Again, quoting from Gita, Swadhyay number 2, Sloka 66. Lord Krishna said, "How can you find happiness in a soul that has no peace? Without peace, there is no happiness. How can you arrive at peace without contemplative mind and harmony? And how can you arrive at contemplative mind without focused mind? And how can you arrive at focused mind without dhyana, without meditation? So Lord Krishna connects a link between meditation, dhyana, and happiness. Our culture, India, does not stand only for happiness. Its goal is much higher. The spiritual goal of India is much greater. Going beyond happiness is anandam, what our Shastras calls it as Satchit Anand. And transcending that, if you find a guru with whose help you can transcend even Anandam, you can say goodbye to Anandam, you can renunciate Anandam. That is the true renunciation. Without this, you become like a honey, rather the bees soaked in honey forever. It will die in it. What is the use of Anandam if you are like an addict soaked in that consciousness? Kabir Sahib used to say, and I sometimes people get offended, but my job is to tell you the truth. See how you feel in your heart. Ask these questions to yourself. When we were children, we were busy with toys, playful things. We became adults, romance, joy, going out with friends. Later on, if by chance you happen to be in the company of greater souls, you attain a kind of samadhi, different level of consciousness. Kabir used to make fun of yogis and say, you are also playing with consciousness. Don't make consciousness a toy for you to play. Find what is beyond consciousness. What is it that supports consciousness? Here at Sri Ramchandra Mission, where people are struggling to even understand what consciousness is, where they are even trying to find out the definition of consciousness, we have gone much higher, much further into consciousness aspect, trying to understand what the great Vasishtha, one of the Saptarishis, when we refer to Yoga Vasishtha, Lord Rama's guru, later on when we see the discussion between Lord Rama and Lakshman, it is all on consciousness. When later on when you see the discussion between Raja Janaka and Astavakra, it is all on consciousness. Entire Astavakra Gita is consciousness. So when you see that epoch, the same time period, we were so far ahead with this discussion on Chetna, on consciousness. It is such an important thing. Only that can evolve with us is consciousness. Without this, your body may evolve, your mind may evolve, but it's of no use. Soul has no need to evolve because it is eternal, it is immutable, it cannot change. What can change is consciousness, and we, through meditation, help people experience. We're not talking of belief system, we're not imparting knowledge. Experience at each chakra, from heart chakra or hridaya chakra to atma chakra to Agni to Jal Chakra to Kantha Chakra to Agya Chakra, and going beyond Sahasradal Kamal. Yoga Shastra ends with Sahasradal Kamal. But there is something greater than that. Most people were not able to describe what is beyond Sahasradal Kamal because they all got addicted to Anandam prevalent at Sahasradal Kamal. It is as bad an addiction like an opium. One has to transcend Anandam also and go beyond to that final state which Lord Krishna says, ultimate sunyata, absolute nothingness. So Sri Ramchandra Mission stands for that. And we have been serving since, as I told you, 1880. and not a single Naya Paisa is being charged for imparting such Brahma Vidya. It is free of charge, and anyone from any country, male or female, no discrimination, no religious biases. Even people from Middle East, they come towards us to meditate. Christians come, Jews comes, Muslim comes, people from Africa comes. And we have the great initiative at Sri Ramchandra Mission where we invite at least 50 to 100 individuals learning our ancient tradition, make them the trainers, and send them back to their respective countries. This has been going on at our own expense since 1995. So by now we must have trained few thousand people. And overall trainers in the world today, we are strong 14,000 plus trainers across the globe. I will not take any further, but if you like to know more on this, heartfulness.org is the site you can visit. And also enjoy this meditation if you come across any trainers in your neighborhood, or if you can download Heartfulness app, you can connect through app and also meditate.